Yes, people, football bounce here. Friday link up, abs in the building. We ain't waiting on no one. We're standing on business, all that rubbish. We ain't waiting for no one. Unfortunately, Onome can't make the show today, but I'm gonna do this solo anyway. So hope you're all good. Strap in for the next half an hour or so, and we're just gonna go over a few things. So the starting topic today is blue cards. I should say blue cards, actually. Let me change that. Blue cards and sin bins. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, what's going on in the game today? And I'm sure we're probably gonna talk more about it over the weekend on my featured show, the Wolfie and Band show. I'm sure Wolfie will probably touch on this tomorrow. So make sure you catch that show. Probably going to be a bit more in depth. But when I first saw this new trial, what they want to bring in next season, I was just like, what the hell is this, man? You might as well just bring in orange, purple, magenta, pink. Might as well start bringing all different cards in, because this is just further spoiling the game, and I'll tell you why. So, and I'll explain. So the sin bin and blue card is there for players that have dissent or do cynical fouls. Now, it's almost coming like hockey and rugby now, football. The way the people want to make the game. What's going to be next? Are we going to have 4 quarters next? Because that's the way the game is going. It looks like, because now we're bringing in a blue card. Yeah, a blue card. So a blue card, you get a blue card, and then you get a 10-minute sin bin. So what happens when you repeatedly get sin bins? So you might tackle, do you get a yellow, or do you get a blue card? If you foul and get a yellow card and you swear, or you get mad at the referee, do you get a yellow, then a blue card, and then do a 2-footed tackle, and then you get a red card? How does this all work out? Because I'm a bit confused of how this blue card is gonna come into the game. So what happens if you're, I don't know, a man gets sent off, you're 2 minutes away from a possible victory, and you get a blue card, and you've got 3 men sent off, and the other team goes and scores to equalize. What then? I just think this rule's a little bit like VAR. Everyone's, like, oh, we wanted VAR and stuff like that. But I just think this blue cards thing's there's a big grey area. in how this is going to be handled. You know, there's going to be some proper controversial moments, yeah. So will there be VAR used for blue cards, you know, to look at what the person or the ref, or sorry, or what the player said, you know, like if they swore or something, and, you know, the players like saying they didn't swear, and, you know, they're, no, we didn't do this. Will there be interpreters or people that can read, you know, lip read what's being said? These are big things that, you know, we need to understand, and there's going to be a lot of controversy around this. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, it's my opinion, and it may come in and be something really successful, but for me, the blue card thing is a bit strange. It's not something that, I don't know if it's going to enhance the game or slow down the game. You know, what happens with managers and coaches on the sidelines, and players that are subs that, you know, are waiting to come on, and they say something or swear or something, or just say something to the referee or the lino or whoever. Do they get sin binned and then they've got to sit back down and, you know, get, you know, they have to wait 10 minutes before they can come onto the pitch as well? There's just so many scenarios, and I'm just thinking, you know, just quickly at the top of my head at the moment, I'm just thinking of like scenarios. I'm sure people have way more scenarios to think about. So it's just really the idea. I don't know who had this idea. I know it was produced in small five-a-side games, but it's just, I don't know. It's just a bit weird. You know, let us know what you think about this topic in the comments. If you're new and you're subscribed, and please subscribe and like the video. That'll be well appreciated. As you can see, I haven't got Onome today, so I can't really debate it with him today. But it is what it is. You know, it is what it is, and you know, we just got to get on with it and see how it goes. But this is a strange decision, and to really, I'm not going to talk too much on it. So let us know what you think about in the comments and stuff like that. But yeah, got some big games coming up over the weekend. And I say big games in terms of teams, you know, getting points. And the next question is the top four taking shape now? Let us know in the comments what you think. Do you know what? When I look at the fixtures this weekend, it's almost like every game now. So there's 15 games to go for some teams, 17 for others. But for me, the top four is starting to take shape now. There's like 15 games to go, and it's coming like every game is a must win for every team. I feel that if you drop points at any given week from now to the end of the season, yeah, you could be literally out of the title race. You can be literally out of the top four. That's how peak it is at the moment. I think it's very difficult at the moment for teams, and the pressure on the top 4 or 5 teams is immense at the moment. Tottenham go to Brighton play Tottenham. Let's just bring up the fixtures. Let's look at the fixtures. So the fixtures this week we have, and I wanna talk about the fixtures, and I'm gonna probably slightly give some predictions as well. So let's look at the fixtures this weekend. So tomorrow we have Man City versus Everton, and that's an early kickoff. I'm expecting Man City to win that. So when I talk about the top four taking shape, City are in their zone at the moment. I think they've won 9 straight Premier League games, so they're on serious form at the moment. You know, this is, you know, business end started early for them in February, so I'm expecting them to take points of Everton. We've got Wolves versus Brentford. I'm not really bothered about that game. Tottenham versus Brighton's an interesting game. I remember Brighton beat them earlier this season, but Tottenham now have literally their full team back. So now we're going to get to see the real Tottenham, you know, what they're all about. They've got players, you know, Richarlison's playing well at the moment. Son's coming back. Bissouma's back. Maddison's back. So these guys, this is about their time now to cook. I think they're in the top 4 race, not the title race. I don't think they're ready for the title race. There's some deluded Spurs fans that think they're in a title race, but I don't think they are. They can definitely upset the top 4, though. They can definitely upset the top 4. So let me give you a quick. I'll give you the predictions after I speak about the games. Liverpool versus Burnley. That's another game. I think Liverpool are just going to smash Burnley out the park. I don't think Burnley got a chance in hell. Yeah, they're going to get beat up. Liverpool, from their disappointment of last week, they're going to be looking to revenge. They're looking to not looking for revenge. Sorry, they're going to be looking to smash Burnley at the weekend, and I can see that happening in the first half. You know, game getting killed off 2-0 by half time, probably a 4-5 niller at the end of the game. I can see that happening. Villa versus Man United. Interesting game. Villa need this win. They're at home against United. Who needs this win more? Let us know in the chat. Who needs this win more, Villa or Man United? If we look at the table, so Villa are comfortable in front, but I think Man United are like 6 points off of Spurs. But if they win, they'll only be 3 points of Tottenham. But Tottenham, if they win as well. So this is what I mean by, you know, the top 4 taking shape, because there's a lot of teams now, you know, from now to the end of the season, dropping points. Yeah, it can't be done. It can't be done by any of the top 4 teams. They need to keep that momentum, because if Villa were to lose against Man United, for example, if Spurs win, they go above Villa. Only 2 points. So this is a very important week, I think, in terms of shaping the top 4. So guys, listen, you guys are going to have to strap in this weekend, man, because there's going to be some roller coaster games this week. Let me give a quick score prediction on the teams, top 4 teams that are playing this weekend. So if we go from Man City, Everton, so this is going to be a walk in the park, I think, for Man City. So I'm going to say 3-0 Man City. That game. Liverpool versus Burnley. I think Liverpool are going to smash Burnley. So I'm gonna say 4-1 Liverpool. I didn't even touch on the Arsenal-West Ham game. Arsenal-West Ham game, I spoke about that on Tony's stream the other day. I think that's going to be a tight game as well. I'll talk about it in a minute and I'll get back to that. So who's the other team as well? So Spurs against Brighton. I really think Spurs are going to beat Brighton 4-2. I think it's going to be a game with loads of goals. I just think Tottenham have got this one. They've got all their team back. Angie's just going to just press. And I don't think Brighton are going to have enough for them. Even though they've got Matoma and Ferguson back, I just think Tottenham will have too much. And Tottenham are a team to look out for in the top four. Yeah, as much as I hate to say it, yeah, they're a very dangerous team. No one wants to go to Tottenham at this moment in time. Man United versus Villa. Villa versus Man United. Ooh, that's a tough game as well because United have found some form as well. So I think I want to say Villa will win that, but I think United will. I think United's going to win that game. You know, I think Villa now they've reached their pinnacle of the season. Now they've reached their peak of the season, and I think it's going to be downhill from now on. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 Man United. I think they'll win this game this weekend. So who have I left out? Have I left out anyone so far? Can't even speak about Newcastle, man, because Newcastle are down in 9th. Chelsea, I can't even see them. They're in 11th. So we briefly chat on the Arsenal game. So Arsenal versus West Ham. I can see this game being a tough game. It's not going to be a walk in the park for Arsenal, and I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park for West Ham either. Both teams are going to be cagey, you know, not giving too much away. London derby as always. I'm predicting a score. I think I predicted 3-1 on Tony's channel. If Arsenal get a couple of early goals, then I think, yeah, we'll be comfortable and we'll win that game. So, yeah, the top four's taking shape, man. And there's going to be some upsets this weekend and some people getting cooked this weekend because there's a lot of good teams playing each other. So, yeah, hopefully my team comes out with 3 points and you know, I can have chest on Sunday, but you know how it goes. It's anyone's game. So just want to talk on the last topic today because this was going to be a short show and I haven't got Onome today. So I'll talk about Jack Grealish. What's up with Jack Grealish? That's what I want to talk about. So I'm hearing all sorts of reports about Jack that needs to charge my thing. Literally, I'm hearing reports that, you know, Jack Grealish, he's not pulling his weight. You know, he thinks, well, he's won his medals now, his trophies, and you know, that's it. He just hasn't got the fire in his belly, so to speak, to go out and, you know, win. You know, I just want to see what Pep said, or what was said. Pep, all this stuff is live, I'm telling you, because someone was talking about him today, so I just wanted to talk on it. So think about it, yeah. Doku came in and he's literally taken Jack Grealish's place, you know, with some brilliant displays, you know. And it's almost like Jack was up for the challenge, but now it just seems that he hasn't got the motivation now. You know, if something happened, you know, during the trophy parades and celebrations, you know, he's just kind of like, he just got well drunk. He weren't into, you know, he weren't interested in coming back and, doing anything. Pep's ruthless. Pep doesn't play about with players like this. If you're not putting in the work, you're out the door. Pep's not like Arteta, yeah, or some other managers. But then again, other managers are ruthless in their own right. Pep's not like that. So I was chatting to someone today, and they was like, "Well, we've got this Evericci guy coming in, you know, and I think Savio, whatever his name is, coming in. I think they're both wingers as well. And it seems like Jack Grealish's time's up. Seems like Jack Grealish's time's up with Man City. So, big question, man. It's like, what can he do to stay in the side? Because he's got Doku breathing down his neck. There's these two young guys coming into the team. And if you notice, the wingers are coming back now. Pep. It's like Pep's bringing in the new trend now. Let's bring in wingers now. I want wingers in my team now. You know, big up the chat, whoever's in the chat. Big up E. Ross in the building. Hope you're well, my friend. Jack Green, just calves deflated, bro. Stopped your drinking. Yeah. I just think, is Pep doing this thing where he wants to get Grealish angry? Because last year in November, he came out with like, I want to get Jack Grealish angry. Yeah, because if he can get Jack Grealish angry, that means he's probably going to get the best out of him. Yeah. Can he squeeze out, you know, another 3 months of hard display from Jack Grealish, yeah, fighting for his place, fighting Doku, because Jack Grealish came alive last season. You know, he came alive last season. Let's not mistake that. He's not, you know, he's not someone that'll give you loads of goals. You know, he's not someone that'll give you hundreds of assists. But one thing he does is he works hard. He's probably the pre-assist, the assist before the assist, and he can dribble. He can hold up the ball. He can win you free kicks in decent areas of the pitch. So it's 100 mil. Yeah, I know 100 mil is a lot of money to play for a player that gives you certain things, but for 100 mil, you probably want a bit more. You know, you probably want a bit more. You know, more. So yeah, it's for me. I don't think Jack Grealish makes it after this season. I think he'll be gone after this season. You know, he's going to be 29, I believe, this year, and you know, I think he'd be a good addition, you know, to, you know, an Arsenal, a Man United, a Liverpool, because, you know, he can play in the 8 position as well. And he's a very good dribbler. You know, he's very strong on the ball. He's hard to throw off the ball. But the thing with me is just that he doesn't score enough. He doesn't shoot enough. And the thing is, he's got all those things in his locker, but I just don't understand why he doesn't do it more. You know, I remember when he played for Villa, this guy was shooting like 25-yarders, curling free kicks. Do you know what I mean? Dribbling mans in and inside out and curling shots. I don't know what happened to him, but it is what it is with Jack. For me, you know, I just think that with these youngsters coming in now, and these are going to be big competition, this 19-year-old Evericci or whatever his name is, I think he's going to be one of these players, yeah, that, you know, once he's in the team, yeah, like an Alvarez, you ain't getting your place back. And if you've got Doku as well, who's literally first teamer now, you know, I can't see Pep accommodating Grealish anymore, which is sad because he's such a good player. You know, he's such a good player that, you know, his talent is there to see, you know. And I just think like all of this activities and all this crap, yeah, that, you know, the guy gets paid well, yeah. He gets paid well, you know what I mean? Just do what you got to do, you know, be professional, be more professional, yeah. Show you're playing for like the best team in the world, yeah. You're not going to get another opportunity to play for a team like that. So just see out the rest of the season, you know, in a positive manner. Show Pep, you know what, yeah, if I'm going out, I'm going to be showing you the type of, you know, player I am that you're going to be missing, yeah, because Jack is a fantastic baller, and yeah, whoever gets him next, man, I think they'll be happy, unless he goes off the boil. Who knows? But yeah, Eros, I think it's only you in the building, so I'll just read out what you got to say. Competition in places is needed. Bants. The only problem is they are paying these players way too much money nowadays. Yep, that's true. 100% Bants. Yeah, so yeah, for me, it's the money thing as well. These players, isn't it? It's just too much. It's just too much money they're paying these guys, and once it gets too much, it's just like, where's the motivation? You know, the football's not even important anymore. You know, they just want to just play. Sorry, they don't even want to play football now. They're happy to sit on the bench. You know, yeah. Big up Tony. Big up Tony. Still at work, watching from here. Have a great show. Yeah, man. I'm just here, just, you know, chatting my nonsense. You know. But yeah, we'll talk over the weekend, hopefully. Smash up the likes. What's this? Way too much money. Exactly, Banks. Where's the love and motivation for the game of football? Exactly. Do you know what? I wasn't going to talk about this today. I wasn't going to mention this today, but I have to speak on it. Yeah, big up Tony, man. My boy in the building. Tony's my partner, man, in crime. So wherever you see me, he will turn up somehow. But yeah, we'll probably have a show on Sunday. I think we're going to do the watch along, the West Ham watch along. Right. There's one more thing I want to speak about. I'm going to write it down before I say it. Stay there. Don't go nowhere. What's his name? What is his name? I've just forgotten his name. I'm getting nervous because there he is. I'm getting nervous to talk about it because this is going to cause a bit of uproar. This is going to cause some uproar. Okay. So my final topic of today is Saka versus Foden. Why the comparisons? Now think of the question I've just asked first. Saka versus Foden. Why the comparisons? I'm going to tell you my argument, and you can tell me what you think of in the chat. So, both young players, what are they, 23, 20, I think about one's 23, one's 22, or one's 23, one's 24. Regardless, I don't care. It's a similar age, a 1 year difference. One plays. So let me make this comparison quickly. I'm going to make a comparison quickly because everyone's going to say Foden's the better player, blah, 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 because of this, because of that, blah, blah, blah. And then the argument's usually going to be over. But I'm going to make some points, and it's up to you to debate those points, or, you know, you can give me some more arguments. And this is something I really wanted to have a conversation with Onome about. but I think this is very important. So imagine this: I'm a millionaire. I was brought up in a millionaire family. You know, everything I do, you know, I've got the best of everything. You know, I can start a business tomorrow. You know, I can buy, 100 grand Rolex. You know, I can buy a Bentley. I can have all of this. You know, the family don't rely on me because they're all millionaires anyway. Yeah, I can just do whatever I want when I want. You know, my dad, he's got so much money that, you know what, I don't have to do anything. Everything's all good. Everything's cool. And then you have the guy that he brought up in a working class family, but he's worked so hard to get that million. Now he's a millionaire, but the family rely on him. The family look to him. He's the one that, people rely on him to give them this, to do that for them. Even though the family are working class, he's the guy that, oh, my car's broken down. Oh, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? Oh, he's such a good guy. Yeah. So if you understand that kind of comparison I've just dropped quickly, yeah, I'm gonna drop it with the Saka and the Foden players now. So both are unbelievable talents, by the way. And I don't like comparing young players with each other, because you know what, yeah, I just feel uneasy about it. However, we have to have this conversation. So imagine Foden plays under the best manager in the world, plays with arguably the best players in the world. Yeah. Unbelievably gets better every time he plays. Yeah. With the best players. And listen, Foden is excellent. Yeah. He's a very skillful player. Yeah. The way he drops his shoulder and he does this and does that. I rate him highly. Yeah. He's a very good player. Yeah. And then you have Saka, who each season, he's just got better and better. Okay, this season we can argue hasn't been his greatest season. However, he's still putting the numbers. His team, he plays for a team where he has a manager that's new to the game. Well, sorry, when I say new to the game, he's new to management. He's an apprentice, so to speak. Yeah. Saka is arguably the best player in his team. Yeah. The guys in the team rely on Saka. Yeah. Saka, he scores the odd goals, he gets assists. Last season was one of his best seasons, so, and he plays for England as well. He's brilliant for England, got England to a final, Euro finals, and he's just been steady, building up steady now, yeah. So we've already done that comparison of their great players. Now, the thing that elevates Foden is Foden's on this side. Sorry, the thing that elevates Foden is his trophies. Foden's trophies. He's won 16 trophies. Some crazy. Just there's about probably 90% of players, yeah, that will finish their careers and not even have one of Foden's trophies. Yeah. So let's be real now. Yeah. Foden is on an elite level when it comes to winning trophies. Yeah. Yeah. But let's switch it around a second now. Yeah. Let's just switch both players around now. Yeah. if Saka was playing at Man City now, he probably wouldn't be one of the best players. However, his GA, his goals will be up there, up there. If Foden was playing at Arsenal, I think it'd be something similar, depending on where we played him, because I believe Foden is one of those players where he can play as an 8, he can play as a 10, he can operate on the wings as well. You know, he's one of them type of players that, you know, he's just one of those type of players. So it's very difficult. The only thing where this is me being biased. The only thing where I see Foden as a better player is I think he's a little bit more skillful than Saka in terms of like what he can do with the ball. Yeah, I think his touch is a little bit better. I think his close control is a little bit better. No doubt Saka is much stronger on the ball. Yeah, Saka's more tenacious. Yeah, I think, Saka will ride tackles, get fouled, but so does Foden, I suppose, as well. But when you compare the two, I think Saka is probably a stronger player. Now, the comparisons with them, man, is very hard, yeah, because all it comes down is to trophies. I think if you played Saka in at 8, if you played him on the left wing, if you played him on the right, I think he's coming up with equal or more numbers than Foden. Yeah, I truly believe that. Can both players go up a level? Sure they can. But here's my question. What happens when De Bruyne leaves, Haaland leaves, some of their top players? What type of Foden are we getting then? Are we getting levels Foden that's KDB levels? Are we getting that type of Foden? Because Foden's been around the best players now. Yeah. That's my question to the chat. And as for Saka at Arsenal, can Saka get better? Of course he can. Saka can definitely elevate his game. Can Saka win us trophies though? Yeah, that's yet to be seen. And that's a big question mark. Do we need better players? Yes, we do. But we can start with players like Saka going up the levels, showing the levels that we need to compete. And I think he's doing that. I think even when Saka has a bad game, come on guys, Saka's been looking poo for a lot of games this season. Let's be real. He's not looked great this season. But, he's scoring the odd goal. He's getting assists. Yeah. Even in his worst, he's still doing something. Yeah. When he plays for England, he looks like a baller when he plays for England. Come on now. Yeah. So both players are great players, man. I don't like this comparison thing. Yeah. Foden's probably the most decorated youngster in the Premier League. Yeah. History. So when we compare players, yeah, is it fair to compare these two players? One has 16 trophies, the other has 1 trophy. But the last time Last time I remembered, yeah, it wasn't just about trophies, just trophies. It was also about ability, eye test. You know, Foden, skillful, techers. Yeah, this guy's got techers, shot. You know, he's got literally everything. Saka, I think Saka's got he's got everything, but he hasn't got the trophies as well. You know, I think Saka also, you know, can go up a few levels, but you have to remember, please, chat, listen to me. You have to remember, yeah, one place for Man City, one place for Arsenal. Yeah. Look at the level, look at the different levels in the players. Foden wins something every season. Arsenal win nothing. But if you take all those good players out of City, yeah, and you leave Foden to do the job what Saka's doing, is he successful? Is he as good as him? Let me know in the chat what you think, man, because it's an interesting discussion. You know, big up P Ross. He says you nailed it right there, Bance. Literally took it right on the mouth. Look at the quality City have surrounding Foden as well compared to Arsenal. Drew Gunner, big up your chest, my bro. Hope you're well. Big up Bance and the regulars. I think it's just you two in the chat today. The players surrounding Saka don't even compare to the players Foden has around. This is what I mean, man. This is what I mean. When you play with better players, yeah, that brings up your performance. So if Saka's playing for the City team now, he'll be cooking, man. He will be cooking. Yeah, if I played for the City team, I'll be cooking just as well as Eros and Drew Gunners. Yeah, it's as simple as that. Big up every time, Drew. Eros, yeah, big up. City bench can win the league. You think so? That's a big statement, you know. That's a big statement. Who's coming off that bench? Because I can't think of their bench now. Who's winning? Who's winning the game from their bench? Grealish, Alvarez. Who else they got on there? Kanji. I don't know who else. Who they got on their bench at the moment? Drew Gunner is saying Saka is playing Arteta ball, so he isn't playing to his full potential. Listen, you hit the nail on the head, bro. You know, you hit the nail on the head. Yeah. He's not playing how he wants. He's playing in a system, isn't he? He's playing in a system. Yeah. So when you play in a system, yeah, you're limited, right? You know, your creativity is limited. You can't do what you want to. Because remember, Drew, when Saka first burst on the scene, yeah, admittedly, he was just doing some serious craziness. You know, he was just doing what he wanted on the ball. You know, he was just doing some madness. But because now we're playing with a much more controlled and disciplined system now, Saka, he's kind of matured. If you look at his game, it's all round. We've noticed the maturity. Yeah, you know, he doesn't lose the ball as much. You know, going forward. Yeah, he gets back, he runs back, he tackles. We've seen a bit more defensiveness, even though he's not the greatest. But we've seen a bit more to his game, rather than just I'm going to go up to the, you know, I'm going to twist a few players and then cross it in. Yeah, there's a bit more thinking in Saka's game as well. Let's read out the comments. If you mix them with some of the first team players, they can do. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, definitely. Big up Taib in the chat, man. Hope you're well, my brother. 100%. Big up Taib. Big up Eros. So let me know, guys, what you think about this, man, because I'm always hearing this chat about, you know, Foden and Saka and all that kind of stuff. But shouldn't we be comparing Foden to someone else rather than Saka? Because don't they play in two different positions anyway? One's like more of a 10, and the other one's more of a winger. I would like to see. Would you like to see Saka in an 8? You know, would you like to see Saka playing like as a 10, you know, like an advanced 10 or something like that? Because I think he's got the ability, but that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion, man. Arteta ball is spot on. Drew Gunner says 100% our players don't really get freedom playing in Arteta's system. Yeah, that's right, man. That's right. Taib says Saka is definitely being overplayed for real, man. For real. And that's another thing as well. Look at that. Look at this point that Taib made. Foden don't get overplayed. Foden does not get overplayed. If anything, Foden is underplayed in the team. You know, he's underplayed. You know, Guardiola is only now just letting, you know, Foden play, you know, and letting him express himself and letting him play. You know, it's wild. So, you know, it's just crazy. And why isn't Foden breaking into the England team as well? Someone tell me that. Why is Foden not, if Foden's so great and he's clear of Saka, why isn't he like clear in the England team already then? But no one's going to answer that question because they don't know the answer. I know Southgate's a bit of a fool, but why? Who's preventing him from playing in that position? You know, I don't get it. Eros says Bance Arteta talks about versatility, switching things up once in a while. Saka has no competition at all in his. This is what I mean. Listen. This, you guys are talking too much sense today, man. I'm gonna have to shut off the stream because you guys are talking too much sense. Look at this comment right here from Eros. Saka has no competition at all in his position. What happens when we have competition, guys? Just spell it out for me. What happens when we have competition? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do when we have competition? Do we sulk and, oh, I don't know, I can't do this, I need to leave? Or do we raise our levels? What do we do? You know, do we say, oh, I want to leave now? Oh, I've got competition. We raise the bar. We raise our levels, yeah, so we don't get dropped, yeah? That's the difference, yeah? Foden has wild competition. KDB, who else has he got in there? You know, he's got Doku, he's got Grealish. Well, I think he gets ahead of Grealish. Rodri's in the team, obviously. Rodri's a DM, you know. There's just so much competition in that team. And when you're winning all the time, yeah, with the same team, yeah, you're not getting a look in. You're not getting a look in. I wouldn't be surprised if Foden dropped against Everton after scoring a hat-trick against Brentford. Yeah. I would not be surprised. Yeah, because you know what Guardiola's like, yeah. He don't mess about, man. Do you know what I mean? There's no like, oh, could you score a hat-trick this week? I'm starting you. Yeah. He ain't got no loyalty to no one. You know, Pep does Pep. That's what makes him, you know, a great manager. You know, he does what Pep does what Pep wants to do. Yeah. There's none of this favourites. Okay, I suppose Rodri, he's his talisman, isn't it? Because Rodri's always like, you know, without Rodri, they're just not as great a team without him. You know, he's the heart of the midfield. But you know what? Pep will drop who he needs to drop, man. Do you know what I mean? It's just as simple as that. I'm just going to read out some comments. Southgate probably doesn't like Foden's haircut. Ah, that's pure violation. Players are more hungry. When we have a competition, we saw the best players, and we versus Leno. Oscar Bob up and coming. Yeah, Oscar Bob's cooking at the moment. Anyway, guys, before I drop off today, make sure you like. If you're new, subscribe, please. What's your prediction for? Let's go through the scores. So, what's your prediction for the Man City game versus Everton? So, if you can give me a score, I went for, I think, 3-0 Man City. That was my score. So let me see what your scores are in the chat. So Man City versus Everton. What's your prediction for that game? I think it's a 12:30 kickoff as well. So It's one of those type of games, but I don't see Everton. I don't see Everton really doing anything, to be honest. Then after that, we've got Liverpool versus Burnley. I think Liverpool are going to smash Burnley. If you're just joining now, I've already done the predictions, but I'll go over them quickly again. Liverpool versus Burnley. I think Liverpool are going to smash Burnley 3-4-0. Who else? West Ham versus Arsenal. I think Arsenal are going to possibly win 3-1. You know, the interesting game is, because I can talk about Arsenal all day, but this show isn't about talking about Arsenal. This show is about talking about other teams as well. The interesting game for me is Villa and Man United, and I'll tell you why. Because it's a 6-pointer. If Man United win and Tottenham don't, that means, you know, they're only going to be 3 points off of is it Tottenham, I think? So Man United, man, you need to be careful, because these guys are slowly, you know, climbing up the table. Spurs as well against Brighton as well. They've got all their players back. I can see Spurs smashing Brighton. Yeah, they got Son back. They got Maddison back. They got Bissouma back. You know, they got all their players back. So there's no excuses for Spurs. 3-1 City. Daesh gonna have his players drinking unleaded petrol before the game. Vance, how would you rate Havertz's recent performances and what's missing from his game? He is terrible, let's be honest. You see, Havertz for me, I have to take a long pause about Havertz, because what he does is what a basic footballer should be doing anyway. But you're supposed to be, you know, a Champions League winner, you know, £65 million, yeah. And some things that you do is okay, but for me, it's just not. For me, how can I put? Okay, okay. I'll put it this way: Kai Havertz was good against Liverpool. If you want me to give him praise, he was good against Liverpool. He didn't score, but he was good against Liverpool. Kai Havertz, I'm not going to say he makes other players look better, but he's like a distraction, isn't he? He's like a distraction. So I suppose other players get more opportunity to do what they're doing. But he's an average baller at best, man. I'm not gonna sit here and big him up, man. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Unless I see him score another 5 goals, unless he scores 10 goals this season, then that's a good season for him. But, you know, unless he gets us that title, then you know what? He's just an average baller to me, to be honest, man. You know, he needs to score more goals. I need to see more. You know what he gives me? He gives me Nunes vibes in front of goal at times. Nunes vibes, yeah. People were talking about his heading and all that, yeah. He's shit. He's not great. He's not great in the air. He's not this great. The guy's like 6'100", yeah, but he can't head a ball. What kind of madness is that? He can't even head a ball. You know, okay, he wins the odd duels and that, and you know what? He done well to get Konate sent off the other day. I rate him for that. But I want to see more. Give me some more towards the end of the season. Yeah. If you can't do that, then you know what? Flop. I wouldn't say he's been a flop signing, but I just think he's just a basic player. I've already stuck to it. While my boy Tony was giving him props, you know, bigging up. I'll be shameless now. Tony was bigging up Kai Havertz, yeah, you know, saying he's going to give him 10 games and You know, he won us a couple games, and Tony got shameless. Let's be real. But I'll be honest, Tony did say, you know what, he's not that great. So yeah, for me, he's not my type of player, man. He makes good runs. That's his and every footballer's job. Yeah, it's basic stuff. It's basic stuff that he needs to do. Yeah, basic. Yeah, he's a basic footballer. Yeah, look at Cole Palmer for Chelsea. Yeah, doing bits. Yeah, he scores a lot of penalties, but still, you can see in his play, yeah, that he's got talent. This is his first season in the Premier League. Yeah, this is his first season. Yeah, he's outscored Havertz already. Yeah, there you go. And how much did he cost? 50 million? There you go. Havertz always looks like he's shocked to be on the pitch. Yeah. Yeah. Remember when he first started playing, no confidence at all. This guy had no confidence. It was a joke thing. Mad thing. We got Tony Claude in the building. Hopefully we'll chat soon, my brother. Hope you're well. 10 goals is a big ask for Havertz. How much has he got at the moment? I think he's got 4 or 5. He's got 5 goals, isn't he? Give me 5 more goals for the season. Come on, I'm sure you can do that. I'm sure we've got some bottom dwellers, yeah, that we can smash like 4-5-0. Yeah. Come on, man. Come on, Havertz. Give me some goals, bro. He says Kai. Drew says Tony Bowl. Drew says big up. Eros says, Drew Gunners, I was literally thinking that too. It's like a 13-year-old that's just started to play. Listen, man. It's like that. It's like that with this player. This player, yeah, it's just like, listen, I ain't got a problem with people being shy, yeah? You're shy, you're shy. I haven't got a problem. Your name's Shy Habits for a reason, but, you know, have that grit. One thing I do like about him is he's got that little psych in him, yeah. You know, he's got that little punch in him. He's got that. He's ready to go to war type player. That's one thing I do like about him. Yeah, he's ready to fight anyone. Yeah, so that's one thing I'll give him. Come West Ham though, if I ain't seen no fight in you, bro, you know what? You're gonna be getting the Bants rants. That's all I'm gonna say. You'll be getting the Bants rants because there's no way I'm having any of it. Yeah, no way. Make sure you're liking. Make sure you're liking the stream, people. Yeah, make sure you press that like button. Yeah, when you leave today, make sure you press that like button because it's very important for me. I'm a growing channel. As you can see, I've only got 82 subscribers. I want to get more subscribers, obviously, as I build my channel. So it's very important that you press the like, click the like button, slap the like button, do what you got to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Ross says Tony's shameless. His first touch is awful. He can't head the ball and he's finishing the subpar. Exactly. The guys, and it sounds like we're picking the guy out. It sounds like we're bullying him, yeah. But I'm sure you guys want the best for him, just like I want the best for him as well. You know, if we win the league with him in it, he's gonna get his praises. Yeah, he's gonna get his, you know, his flowers. You know, but for me, he needs to put more in. I think he done a good job against Liverpool, and I want to see more of it towards the end of the season. You've got 15 games, yeah, whether you're a starter or whether you're coming off the bench, to show us something. Show us something, yeah. We paid 65 million for you, bro. Yeah, show us something. Yeah, show us that you can, you know, whether we put you up front or whether you come in as an 8, show us something. But let me ask you a question, guys. Yeah, is he better as the number 9 than Jesus? Because he was a nuisance against Liverpool. I'm gonna be shameless. Kai Havertz was a nuisance. Would Jesus have given that intensity against Van Dijk and Konate? Jesus would have been falling all over the gaff. I felt he done well, and I think Arteta's going to play him again in number 9 on Sunday because he does wreak havoc. Look at that. Look at the run for the first goal. Look at that bit of movement. That movement was, come on. You have to big up that movement for the first goal. I know he didn't score, but that movement when Odegaard slipped him in, come on, man, that was beautiful. If he can make those type of runs, yeah, he'll get goals. I'm telling you, this guy will get goals. So he has got some good attributes. I'm not gonna just coat him off, you know, but he needs to step up, do whatever he needs to do, yeah, because we need him for the next 15 games, yeah, to at least give us another 5-6 goals, yeah. Last question for the day, yeah, before I lock this thing off. Are Arsenal in the title race? That's my question. Ponder on that answer, or ponder on that question. Either answer it today or answer it in another stream. But that's my question. Are we still in the title race? Or do I need to ask you after the West Ham game? Let us know in the comments anyway, bro. And Drew Gunner, DM me or whatever, yeah, we're going to chat. Because, yeah, I want to do something and we need to do what we need to do, bro. But, yeah, man, let me just read out the last comments and I'm out. Havertz is a fellow countryman. I just wish I could big him up. Big him up, man. Big him up, man. He's German, you know. Big up Germany, man. Best, you know, you guys are wicked with engineering and stuff like that. You know, I love Germany. I love Germany, man. Germany's a beautiful country. And as you said, it's Bants want Kai to do well 100%, but he needs to step up. They are, but they better fix up. And Drew Gunner said, my honest answer is no. Oof. Well, cut straight to the point. Anyway, guys, from me, Abs on the Football Bants channel for the Friday link up. Peace. OUT. We as what is it? Tony would say, we are out. Peace, people.